Hello, Savine again, and this time we're going to make reports look a little better. Okay, this was the report I've been working on the last two screencasts. Let's preview it and see how bad it looks. Terrible, right? We're going to make this look better. Now this is, as the title indicates, an auto design. So the entire layout is controlled just by these nodes. Okay? You don't get to specifically lay out where everything goes on the screen. You just have to control things through these nodes. Now, the simplest way of getting reports to look standard, have some standard formatting and layout, is to set, for auto designs, several properties. Now, a design exists, and it contains this thing here, this cust table, which is called a data region. In a later screencast, I'll actually explain this idea of design and data region in a bit more detail. But for now, it should be clear enough. The designs have this property called layout template. And a data region has something called a style template. Now, if I look here and I click, I don't see any options. What about here? Nothing there either. Now, that's interesting. How do I get something there? Okay. This is actually very simple, but not very obvious. These templates are already built into AX, but they're not referenced by this project. We need to bring it into this solution. And how we do that is open File and Add, and it's Existing Project from Dynamics AX. We'll click on that. And look here, there's several projects. There's Shared Components Compliance, Shared Components SRS. It's the last one we want. It's called Shared Library. Okay? We're just going ahead and add it. Okay, so you'll see my samples library, which is the thing I've been working with so far, still is there. But there's a new one called Shared Library. And if you scroll down, you'll notice there are all these Moxel files. Okay? Now these are not reports. These Moxels can define reports, or they can define templates. And that's what this is. And you can see there's quite a few defined in AX. Okay? So some of these are layout templates that apply to a design, and some of these are style templates, which apply to a data region. Let's go to the design, and now let's see if we can see anything different here. It's still empty. Why is that? Well, we did add the shared library to the solution, but we forgot a step. And that is the report library has to reference the shared library. Okay? So we'll click on the references node, and we'll click on add reference, and you'll see this UI. Okay? Shared library is there. And we'll click add. Now it's on the bottom. Okay? The reference is good. Let's go back to the design. Let's try clicking this again. And now you see something. And there are three options. I'm just going to pick the very first one, which is called, very creatively, Report Layout Style Template. I click on it. And now I right-click and I preview this. And let me set my parameter to star so I can see some data. Okay, now things look a little different. What do you notice? There's a title, right? And the title is clearly coming from the report name. It actually says the company name. There's a page number, then there's a date, the date upon which this report has been rendered, and there's this underline. Also, you'll notice in italic, this the parameter cust group is actually shown. It's here, the name of the parameter, and the value is set to star, right? So if I were to change the value here to 10, not only would it affect the data, but also the 10 shows up there. I'll just go back to star for right now. So a layout template, largely speaking, affects the styling and the format of the header and the footer. And I haven't shown you the footer. And you don't have a lot of control. You basically, you can select the fonts and if certain things are invisible or visible. Now what about down here? This still looks kind of bad. So we'll go back to the report 1 Moxel. And we'll go to the data region and we'll scroll and select style template. And now, because this is a table data region, there's only defined one table style template. And we could have multiple, but only one's defined out of the box. We'll select it and go back to preview. Now, what do you know? The report actually looks not too bad right now. In fact, if you look, the headers were changed from Arial to, I believe this is Tahoma. And the data region, the table, has also been changed from Arial to Tahoma. Notice the font got a little smaller. There's a title of the data region, Cust. There's now customer count and name and customer group are kind of nicely formatted and in bold, right? So it looks pretty good. Everything looks decent. Okay, and one important but subtle point is that when, let me go back to the preview, that these style templates for data regions don't control the widths of these columns. Okay, that's something that's controlled elsewhere. Just controls sort of the text formatting and maybe the background color of things. Okay, so this is my first introduction to how to make an auto design report look good using templates. And there are two kinds of templates: layout templates and style templates. Layout templates apply to the design, largely speaking the header and the footer, and the style templates apply to data regions. And there are specific style templates for each kind of data region. In future screencasts, I'll show you what those are. See you next time.